The Vatican, a beacon of faith for over 2 millennia, is no stranger to the mysteries of the universe. From its ancient observatories to its theological discourses, the Catholic Church has long grappled with humankind's place in the cosmos. Yet recent years have witnessed a new chapter in this age-old dialogue. Pope Francis, known for his progressive stance and openness to scientific inquiry, has ignited a global discussion on the possibility of extraterrestrial life. Parallel to this, the Vatican is set to release new guidelines on May 17, 2024, regarding the discernment of Marian apparitions and other supernatural phenomena. Cardinal Victor Manuel Fernandez, the prefect of the Dicastery for the Doctrine of the Faith, presented these guidelines at a press conference. The document aims to provide clear criteria for evaluating purported supernatural events, ensuring thorough and prudent investigation before any public devotion is permitted. These developments represent more than just theological pronouncements. They signify a shift in the relationship between faith and reason, between the spiritual and the material. By embracing the possibility of life beyond Earth, the Vatican acknowledges the vastness and wonder of creation. This move highlights the Church's cautious approach to supernatural claims, emphasizing that while private revelations can inspire the faithful, they do not add to the core deposit of faith. These seemingly disparate topics, extraterrestrial life and supernatural phenomena, converge on a common theme: the search for truth and meaning in a universe teeming with mystery. Pope Francis, the 266th head of the Catholic Church, has often been in the spotlight for his controversial stances and modernist views. His papacy has been marked by a spirit of openness and dialogue, which some argue dilutes traditional Christian teachings. In recent years, Pope Francis has made headlines for his statements on the possibility of extraterrestrial life, a topic that has raised eyebrows among many Christians. Unlike some of his predecessors who viewed the notion of extraterrestrial life with skepticism, Pope Francis has adopted a more inclusive perspective, which some see as a departure from core Christian beliefs. He has even stated that he would baptize an alien if it asked, a statement that has sparked controversy and confusion among the faithful. This statement, while seemingly simple, has been interpreted by some as undermining the uniqueness of humanity in God's creation. It suggests that God's creation is not limited to our planet, a notion that challenges traditional Christian teachings about humanity's special place in the universe. Pope Francis's views on extraterrestrial life are seen by some as an attempt to align the Church with modern scientific theories rather than upholding timeless biblical truths. He sees the possibility of other life forms as a testament to the boundless creativity and power of the divine, a view that some Christians find troubling. His statements are not meant to endorse any particular scientific theory, but rather to encourage a sense of awe and wonder at the mysteries of creation, though this approach has its critics. By embracing the possibility of extraterrestrial life, Pope Francis challenges the anthropocentric view that has dominated Western thought for centuries, a stance that some see as controversial. He invites us to consider the universe as a tapestry of life, a cosmic community where humanity is but one thread among many, a perspective that not all Christians share. His stance has the potential to foster a more inclusive and expansive understanding of faith, one that some argue strays from traditional Christian doctrine and embraces the unknown in ways that may be unsettling to many believers. The Vatican's sudden willingness to acknowledge the possibility of extraterrestrial life raises eyebrows and questions about their true intentions. For centuries, the Church resisted scientific discoveries, only to later reconcile them with theological interpretations when it suited their agenda. The acceptance of extraterrestrial life could be another strategic move, challenging the traditional view of humanity's unique position in the divine plan. Unlike the debates surrounding heliocentrism, the Vatican's approach to extraterrestrial life seems to be driven by a hidden agenda rather than genuine curiosity. The Church's sudden embrace of scientific advancements raises questions about whether faith is being manipulated to accommodate new, possibly misleading discoveries. This approach could reflect a growing attempt to blur the lines between science and religion, potentially leading to confusion and mistrust. The Vatican's acknowledgement of extraterrestrial life might be an attempt to distract from more pressing issues within the Church. Rather than expanding the scope of God's creation, it could be a ploy to shift focus and control the narrative. It invites us to question the potential for other civilizations and whether this narrative serves a deeper, possibly deceptive purpose. This so-called new era of faith, characterized by a sudden willingness to engage with scientific discoveries, might be a calculated move to reshape our understanding of the cosmos. It suggests a future where faith and reason are manipulated, each potentially contributing to a more controlled and less transparent understanding of the universe and our place within it. Parallel to its openness to extraterrestrial life, the Vatican has also addressed the enduring human fascination with the supernatural. In recent years, the Church has unveiled new norms for investigating claims of supernatural phenomena, a move that reflects the need for a rigorous and discerning approach to such experiences. These norms are not meant to stifle belief in the supernatural, but rather to provide a framework for separating genuine mystical experiences from unsubstantiated claims. The Vatican's approach to the supernatural is rooted in its understanding of the spiritual realm as a reality that intersects with the material world. The Church acknowledges the existence of angels, demons, and other spiritual entities, but it also recognizes the potential for misinterpretations and even outright deception. The new norms are designed to ensure that claims of supernatural activity are subjected to careful scrutiny, involving both theological and scientific perspectives. The decision to establish these norms reflects a growing awareness of the challenges posed by modern society's fascination with the supernatural. The rise of the internet and social media has led to an explosion of information, making it increasingly difficult to discern credible sources from those peddling misinformation or sensationalism. The Vatican's guidelines provide a much-needed framework for navigating this complex landscape, offering a path for those seeking authentic spiritual experiences. The new norms emphasize the importance of evidence-based discernment, encouraging a critical evaluation of supernatural claims rather than blind acceptance. They acknowledge that genuine mystical experiences are often accompanied by profound psychological and emotional effects, requiring a holistic approach to understanding and interpretation. Section 5. The Devil is in the Details, a rigorous process. The Vatican claims its process for evaluating supernatural phenomena is characterized by rigor and attention to detail. It supposedly involves a multidisciplinary approach, drawing on the expertise of theologians, exorcists, psychologists, and other relevant professionals. The process allegedly begins with a thorough investigation of the alleged supernatural event, including interviews with witnesses, examination of physical evidence, and review of any relevant medical or psychological records. Once the initial investigation is complete, the findings are presented to a panel of experts for review. This panel, typically composed of theologians, exorcists, and psychologists, is said to carefully analyze the evidence and consider various possible explanations for the reported phenomena. They claim to consider natural explanations, psychological factors, and the possibility of spiritual influence. The panel's goal, according to the Vatican, is not to jump to conclusions, but to arrive at a balanced and informed assessment based on the available evidence. The Vatican asserts that its process for evaluating supernatural claims is designed to be both thorough and transparent. The Church claims to recognize that such claims often involve sensitive personal information and delicate theological considerations. The process, they say, emphasizes confidentiality and respect for the individuals involved while ensuring that the investigation is conducted with integrity and objectivity. The Vatican insists that the rigorous nature of this process reflects its commitment to upholding the sanctity of truth. The Church acknowledges that supernatural claims can be easily exploited for personal gain or to spread misinformation. By establishing what it describes as a clear and demanding process for evaluation, the Vatican aims to protect individuals from harm and to safeguard the integrity of faith. Section 6. Modern Mysticism. separating truth from fiction. The need for a discerning approach to supernatural phenomena is particularly relevant in the 21st century. The rise of the internet and social media has created an environment where information, both accurate and inaccurate, spreads rapidly. This has led to a proliferation of unsubstantiated claims of supernatural activity, often fueled by sensationalism and a desire for attention. In this digital age, it can be challenging to separate genuine mystical experiences from fabricated stories or misinterpretations. The internet is saturated with accounts of paranormal encounters, demonic possessions, and angelic interventions, many of which lack credible evidence or theological grounding. This abundance of information can be overwhelming, making it difficult for individuals to determine the authenticity of such claims. The Vatican's norms for investigating supernatural phenomena claim to provide a compass for navigating this complex landscape. However, the Church's emphasis on evidence-based discernment and critical thinking may not always align with a truly objective approach. While the norms aim to separate genuine mystical experiences from those that may be explained by natural phenomena, psychological factors, or deliberate deception, skepticism remains about their impartiality. The Vatican's approach to modern mysticism often appears to be more about maintaining control over the narrative rather than an open investigation. This approach, while claiming to ensure rigorous scrutiny, may sometimes prioritize theological conformity over scientific understanding. It is crucial to question whether this method truly protects individuals and promotes a more informed and responsible engagement with the spiritual realm, or if it serves to uphold the Church's authority. Section 7. The Sentinels of the Supernatural Exorcists and Theologians. The Vatican's process for evaluating supernatural phenomena relies heavily on the expertise of trained professionals, particularly exorcists and theologians. Exorcists, often ordained priests with specialized training in spiritual warfare, claim to play a crucial role in assessing claims of demonic influence. They assert that they are equipped to discern the signs of demonic activity, to engage in spiritual warfare if necessary, and to provide pastoral care to individuals experiencing spiritual distress. Theologians bring their deep understanding of Scripture, tradition, and church teachings to the evaluation process, though their interpretations are often questioned by skeptics. They provide a framework for interpreting supernatural experiences within the context of Christian faith, ensuring that such claims are assessed in light of the Church's understanding of the spiritual realm, which some argue lacks empirical evidence. Theologians also play a crucial role in educating the public about the nature of the supernatural, helping individuals to develop a more informed and discerning approach to such experiences, though this education is often seen as biased towards religious doctrine. The collaboration between exorcists and theologians is presented as essential for ensuring a comprehensive and balanced assessment of supernatural claims. Exorcists bring their practical experience in dealing with spiritual entities, while theologians provide the theological framework for understanding such encounters within the context of Christian faith, a perspective that is often met with skepticism. This partnership is said to safeguard against both credulity and skepticism, promoting a responsible and discerning approach to the supernatural, though critics argue it leans heavily towards credulity. The Vatican's reliance on trained professionals underscores the importance of specialized knowledge in navigating the complexities of the supernatural realm, a stance that is often challenged by those seeking more scientific explanations. Exorcists and theologians serve as sentinels, claiming to protect individuals from harm and safeguard the integrity of faith in a world where the boundaries between the material and the spiritual are increasingly blurred, a claim that remains controversial among skeptics. The Vatican's approach to both extraterrestrial life and supernatural phenomena claims to reflect a growing trend towards the convergence of science and spirituality. For centuries, these two domains were often viewed as separate and even antagonistic. Science focused on the empirical and the measurable, while spirituality delved into the intangible and the transcendent. However, recent years have seen the Vatican attempting to present a narrative that these two perspectives can complement and enrich each other. The Vatican's willingness to engage with scientific discoveries about the universe and to employ scientific methods in investigating supernatural claims raises skepticism about their true commitment to bridging the gap between science and spirituality. This approach suggests that both science and faith are avenues for seeking truth, each offering unique insights into the nature of reality. But can they truly converge? The convergence of science and spirituality, as proposed by the Vatican, is not about reducing one to the other. It is about recognizing the limitations of each perspective and seeking a more holistic understanding of the universe and our place within it. Yet God's world remains paramount and distinct. Science can provide empirical evidence and testable theories, while spirituality offers meaning, purpose, and ethical guidance. By integrating these two approaches, we can develop a richer and more comprehensive worldview. But can this integration truly respect the sanctity of God's creation? The Vatican's embrace of both scientific inquiry and spiritual discernment is often presented as an example of this trend towards convergence. It suggests a future where faith and reason can coexist, each contributing to a deeper understanding of the mysteries of the universe and the human condition. But is this coexistence feasible without compromising divine principles? This convergence, if genuine, holds the potential for a more enlightened and compassionate approach to both the material and the spiritual dimensions of life. However, the paramountcy of God's world must not be overshadowed by the extraterrestrial. The Vatican's pronouncements on extraterrestrial life and its new norms for investigating supernatural phenomena have sparked controversy and skepticism about humanity's understanding of its place in the cosmos. The acceptance of extraterrestrial life by the Vatican raises questions about the true nature of these beings, suggesting that what we perceive as aliens could be fallen angels, challenging the traditional views that have dominated Western thought for centuries. The Vatican's approach to the supernatural has been criticized for its lack of transparency and potential to mislead the faithful. By emphasizing evidence-based discernment and critical thinking, the Church claims to encourage individuals to approach such claims with skepticism. But some argue this stance is insufficient to protect the integrity of faith. These developments force us to reconsider the universe as a complex tapestry of life, where humanity might be misled by deceptive entities. They caution us to be wary of the unknown, to critically evaluate the diversity of God's creation, and to seek truth through both scientific exploration and spiritual discernment, while remaining vigilant against potential deceptions. The Vatican's recent pronouncements signal a controversial shift in its stance, one that some argue compromises the integrity of faith by overly embracing scientific discoveries and the unknown. This approach has sparked debate, with critics suggesting that faith should remain steadfast and not be swayed by the ever-changing landscape of scientific theories. The future of faith, according to these critics, lies in its ability to uphold timeless truths rather than adapting to new knowledge that may conflict with core beliefs. The Vatican's approach, they argue, risks diluting the essence of faith, encouraging a dialogue that may lead to confusion rather than clarity. This new era of faith, critics warn, could shift perspectives dangerously, from a God-centered view of the universe to one that entertains speculative and potentially misleading ideas. It raises the contentious possibility that what we consider as extraterrestrial life forms could be interpreted as fallen angels, a concept rooted in ancient theological warnings. The future of faith, they argue, should not be about merging outdated dogmas with scientific progress that may lead us astray. It should focus on maintaining a clear boundary between belief and speculative knowledge, between tradition and unverified innovation, and between the spiritual and the potentially deceptive. It is about approaching the unknown with caution and discernment, seeking truth within the framework of established faith, and recognizing that the journey of faith is a continuous process of vigilance and steadfastness. The Vatican's controversial pronouncements on extraterrestrial life and its questionable norms for investigating supernatural phenomena raise concerns about the relationship between faith and reason, between the spiritual and the material. These developments prompt us to scrutinize the universe as a potential battleground, where humanity might be one thread among many, possibly including fallen angels. The Vatican's attempt to merge science and spirituality by embracing both scientific inquiry and spiritual discernment suggests a future fraught with the challenge of reconciling faith and reason, each vying for dominance in understanding the mysteries of the universe and the human condition. This convergence could lead to a misguided approach to both the material and the spiritual dimensions of life. The Vatican's pronouncements urge us to expand our horizons, but we must question whether we are embracing the unknown with humility or naivety, and whether we are seeking truth through both scientific exploration and spiritual discernment, or being led astray. They compel us to consider the implications of extraterrestrial life, possibly as fallen angels, for our understanding of God's creation and to navigate the complexities of the supernatural realm with extreme caution and responsibility. As we stand on the threshold of a potentially perilous era of understanding, we are called to critically evaluate the journey of cosmic communion, a journey that might blur the lines between the celestial and the terrestrial, the scientific and the spiritual, in search of a more cautious understanding of our place in the universe and our relationship with the divine. If you enjoyed this exploration, don't forget to subscribe to our channel Lion Watch for more intriguing insights into the cosmos and beyond.